Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aditya Anwari, and I'm gonna tell you the experience I had during the Eid Mubarak holiday that was interesting culturally, and as a video essay for academic writing task 5. Please enjoy. So during the Eid Mubarak holiday, I spent my time mostly at home, but I also took a trip to the Museum of National Awakening, which is located at Abdul Rahman Saleh Street, number 26, Central Jakarta, Indonesia. There are a lot of ways to reach the place since it is located in a very busy district and clearly has easy access. This is a convenient area for Jakarta top attraction sightseeing because it is only 1 or 2 kilometers away from the Monas and other noteworthy tourist sites in Central Jakarta. This is one of the densest areas for checking out Jakarta's museum district, as many of them are located in Dutch colonial buildings. People can just drive their personal transportation here, but my choice of the trip is to get on the busway, not only because it is much cheaper, but also a lot more comfortable since one can avoid the traffic jam. The Museum of National Awakening is located only about 1.5 kilometers away from the Monas in Central Jakarta. For the extremely cheap price of 2,000 rupiah for one ticket, you can enjoy the historical value of the Museum of National Awakening. You can also purchase online. In case you are wondering what Indonesian National Awakening actually means, this is the term used to describe the period of time during the first half of the 20th century where people from across the islands began to create a national consciousness that they are Indonesians. Thus, the Museums of the National Awakening, Museum Kebangkitan Nasional, highlights the developments during this time period. The building of the museum was constructed from 1899 to 1901. In March 1902, the building was officially opened under the name of Stovia, the colonial medicine school for the Japanese and other native people. Students were obliged to live in the dorm until the completion of the 10-year study. Due to the building relation with the birth of Budi Utomo on May 20, 1901, whose day are officially the Day of National Awakening since 1948, the building was restored by the government of Jakarta on April 1973. The building was officially made a heritage building by then President Soeharto on May 20, 1974, under the name of Gedung Kebangkitan Nasional, the Building of National Awakening. The previous occupants were moved to the surrounding area. The layout of the museum is quite unique because the exhibits are located along the outer edges of various courtyards. This is a colonial building, and you can see the emphasis that was placed on maintaining the green space. The building collects 2,042 items related to the Indonesian National Awakening, including original furniture of the school building, medical equipment, medical costumes, weapons, photographs, paintings, sculptures, dioramas, miniatures, sketches, and maps. The museum is divided into 4 themed exhibition rooms: Room of Early Revolution, Room of National Awareness, Room of Revolution, and Memorial Room to Budi Utomo. During your trip to the Museum of National Awakening, you may want to consider doing a complete loop of the building. This will make sure that you don't miss any of the exhibits or themed rooms. Some of the exhibits are more clearly marked than others. Even if you don't find the exhibits interesting, the building itself is a nice example of Dutch colonial architecture. The courtyard areas are a pleasant place to relax for a while, especially during the morning hours when it still isn't too hot outside. Now this is the near perfect depiction of what the class atmosphere was like back in Stovia ages ago. There are no divider walls, there are no doors and windows, and you might notice that there are only men here. That is because it wants to depict the condition of how education was treated in that time. The woman didn't have the right to pursue education as men do. Things are different now, and we are grateful for it. And then the anatomy lab or surgery lab, where students learn about anatomy practicum. If the room before was the study room, this is the practice room. And in this very room, the Budi Utomo organization was born. There are also dormitory rooms, so the students in Stovia were settled there. This room is also the place where students discuss nationalism and our education outside of the classroom and classroom. Just like in other rooms, there are dioramas that describe the atmosphere of the dormitory room perfectly. For museum and history lovers, visiting the Museum of National Awakening in Jakarta is a worthwhile travel experience. This can make your visit to the capital of Indonesia more meaningful.
That's all from me, Aditya Mari, reporting from the Museum of National Awakening, Central Jakarta, Indonesia. I hope you enjoyed this video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.